If you're going to ride any sportive, one of the important things to learn in advance is how to ride in a group. Here you can see the science and sport team demonstrating exactly how to do what we call in cycling bit and bit. One rider takes their turn at the front, swings over, and the next rider drives through at a very nice tempo. Now the changing direction of the line depends on where the wind is coming from. If the wind is coming from the left-hand side of the screen, the string of riders will be working up on the left-hand side and moving over to the right-hand side of the screen. If you learn to ride like this, the way the science and sport team are demonstrating, then as you work your way down the line, you'll conserve energy and you'll also be nicely in the slipstream and conserving energy and bringing your heart rate down as you work your way towards the front. One of the best ways that you can find to ride in some groups and find out what it's all about is to maybe go on a cycling holiday or a cycling experience. And Sports Tours are with us on this trip, and we can find out all about how you can prepare yourself ready for the Etape. Now, Alan Godfrey from Sports Tours, you have a number of different tours and events that can help someone really have a great experience riding a sportive or an Etape. Tell us what you run.
We do indeed. We have a varied programme all the way from January through to March time, with training camps all around the world. Club La Santa in Lanzarote, mainland Spain. We have just above Benidorm a camp there that we've used for many years. And then we move up to Valencia in early April time. But we also have training camps in the Yorkshire Dales in the bank holiday weekends, which are beneficial for those people who don't want to travel too far, but will gain lots and lots of experience riding tough roads in the Yorkshire Dales, but the great experience of learning all about the Etape and how to ride it properly.
Now, there's many people who might be watching this little programme we're making about preparation for sportives and Etapes and thinking, right, well, I'm a new rider to the sport and I'm going to go on a training camp, which kind of really makes you a bit fearful. Now, should they be?
No, not at all. We try and cater for everybody, from the ex-racing cyclist who's coming back into the sport to brand new novices. I mean, the novices gain so much from the training camps and just riding weekends with us because, they're so a bit like a sponge really. They're going to receive all the knowledge and take it all in, whereas some of the racing guys obviously know it all, but do they really do? So.
Now, you're lucky enough to be on many of those camps and see new riders to the sport and experienced riders. Do you see a change in motivation and morale when they leave?
Absolutely. They go away and they're so confident, which is the main thing. The Etape creates so much of unexpected. They have no ideas really of what to expect, so it is a big problem for especially the novice riders. So when they've normally been on a training camp, we'd explain exactly how the day is going to run for them at the Etape, and obviously the preparation that they need to make beforehand. There's a big sacrifice to train for possibly 6 months beforehand and get into a schedule. In general, they go away so much more confident and able to take on the challenge.
Now, the Etape is around about 155 kilometres, and we've seen Etapes that are up to the sort of 200 kilometre mark. On these training camps, bases, what sort of length of rides would someone generally take part in?
What we do in mainland Spain, we try and simulate as much as we can the actual course for whichever year it is, obviously 2008. So what we would do for in our mainland Spain there, we would take some of the larger climbs around there and simulate the course as much as possible, trying to ride the distance. So we would normally ride 100 miles, certainly once during that week down there in mainland Spain. But in the Skipton ones, we have a set route there that we use every year, which is quite tough. Different styles of mountains than obviously overseas in Europe, but in general it's a good preparation.
Excellent. Now I want to ask you just a few quick hints and tips, because you've seen it all. You've seen things go well and things go badly. A few hints and tips for anyone who's going to ride a sportive or an Etape.
One of the main problems for most people is they've not travelled with a bicycle, so the big question mark is travelling on an aeroplane with a bike. So packing the bike in a bike bag, bike box is obviously a key question for me on the telephone in the office. It's a major issue for everybody. They've got the pride and joy, obviously, for taking the bike away. It costs lots of money, so they don't want any damage. And the worst scenario is obviously to arrive here with a bike that's not in working condition. So, the main thing is to make sure that the bike's packed properly in a bike bag and so forth. And that's one of the key issues. The other thing is again, people have done things in a rush to get out to the Etape. and have left certain things like pedals, head caps off the front of the handlebar stem, and odd things and silly things like that. Now, obviously, there's bike shops in most areas, in the major cities to stop these things up, but it's all extra things that you don't need to rush about on the day, and it's just, obviously not good preparation. So, that's good.
Now, final question. The Etape is obviously one of the challenges that a cyclist at some point in their life may want to take part in. What is the sense of achievement at the end of it?
It's phenomenal. As I say, for the novice rider to actually ride a Tour de France stage and a mountain Tour de France stage, it's phenomenal. The elation is great. The apprehension beforehand is obviously very noticeable, but the elation and the celebrations afterwards are very much worthwhile.
Excellent. That's what it's all about. Thanks, Alan. Thank you very much.
The reason that everyone's so keen to come here, I think, is because there's so many different sports going on. It's easy to get motivated very quickly. Whatever happens, if you go into a normal hotel in maybe Mallorca, maybe the other islands, you find that there's bingo going on, people are partying all night long. Here, people are dedicated to their sport.
The resort itself is so perfect for sports people, not just cycling.
Club de Santa is just an awesome environment where you see lots of other athletes from different sports, and it's infectious. It helps you train. It's been so successful over the past 20 years, and that's because it's a proven formula.
La Santa has 25 different sports facilities, 50 sports instructors who basically instruct in all kinds of sports. People can choose to participate in the instruction and the coaching we are providing, or they can choose just to use the facilities by themselves. If they want to play tennis, they can just use our equipment and play by themselves, or they can attend one of our tournaments or attend some of the coaching we are offering for free. CSC, the professional Danish team, has been here. Team Mobile has been here, and many professional bikers are coming here when they have a week or two where they need to train. Then they always know they will meet some bikers down here to train with. And that's another thing which is great about this complex. There's always sports people in different sports who need a training partner, so they can always come down here no matter what week they are coming. There's plenty of options to train with other athletes. So we started out some years ago slowly, and you can see now there's so many world champions in all kinds of sports who's coming here, both for training but also with their families and friends. So that's something we're really proud of. People who just want to have an active holiday, they have this fantastic variety of sports they can choose by themselves. They don't need to choose before they're arriving. They just choose every day what they want to do. So if they're here with a group of people or with their family, they can just choose in the morning what to do, and then they can change their mind later on the day. If the weather changes, they can just do something else. If they plan to play tennis and they think it's a little bit too hot or something, they can just go and do windsurfing or whatever they want. So the amazing number of possibilities down here. You can just do whatever you want, and you can swap around very fast. And we have everything in a very small area, basically. There's no transportation time, and families can easily have their kids around on the complex. There's always somebody taking care of them. So it's a very safe place, and the choices, as I'm saying, is fantastic.
Straight away you're looking at top professional sports people around you, and it just makes the whole thing just feel that much more professional. You feel like you're part of something good.